Hello, my name is Jasmine Johnson. Today is March 2nd, 2018, and today I will be going over the dissection of the cow's eyeball. And as you can see, I already dissected my cow's eyeball for my previous lab experiment. So I just want to kind of go through the portions of what everything is and what I did while dissecting the cow's eyeball. So first there was a fatty tissue that was wrapped around the actual cow's eyeball that I had to take off to be able to actually expose the full eyeball. Next, I looked on the back of the eyeball for where the optic nerve is. Now, my eyeball, I felt like the optic nerve was removed before it was sent, but I was able to locate where the actual optic nerve is just because it looked a little different from the rest of the eyeball and it had a little circular spot right there. So that's where the optic nerve is of the eyeball. I thought that was really cool to be able to see where the eyeball connects pretty much to the nerves and to the brain. So I thought that was cool to be able to see up close and personal. Another part of the eyeball that I thought was really interesting to be able to see is right here. This is the retina. I actually took that off of the posterior portion of the internal eyeball. That right here, this little thin layer of tissue, that's the retina. So that was really cool to be able to dissect off and just feel the material of feel the contents of the tissue. Thought that was cool. Another thing that I thought was very interesting was the choroid. The choroid portion of the eyeball is, we both, humans and cows, both have a choroid portion, but ours is different in we don't have the coloring that the cow's eyeball does. The cow eyeball has this really cool bluish, almost silverish coloring inside of the posterior portion of the eye, so the cow can see at nighttime. And that's something that we don't have, and I just thought that that was really interesting and cool to be able to see up close and personal. Another thing that I liked that I was able to touch and feel and see was the actual lens. The lens is this little hard rock-like portion of the eye, almost like a little crystal. Just to be able to feel that. I know that a description in our book says that the lenses are hard portion, but to actually be able to touch it, that really gave me a good idea of what my eye's lens possibly feels like in the inside. So that was really cool. And the iris. The iris is, the coloring portion of our eye. Most cows have black irises or dark brown irises, and it was just cool to be able to see what the iris feels like in the inside. It's like a spongy, almost like mushroom feel to the material of the iris, and it's just cool to think that that's what my iris most likely feels like. And just looking at the little ridges in the inside of the iris, just cool to be able to see the anatomy of it. Another thing that I also that I was able to experience with this dissection was just being able to see the sclera, the lens, seeing where the cornea layer was. I just really enjoyed being able to actually dissect each one of those portions. Also detach the iris from the sclera and the lens as a part of my dissection, and I just thought that it was a very good learning experience, and I took a lot away from this, just understanding how the eye works and the anatomy of the eye. So I thank you so much for watching my video and allowing me the opportunity to dissect the cow's eyeball. And have a good night. God bless.